It's a shout out to my friend LJ and her class. We wanted to create what's called a readable video. And not everybody always has the software or the equipment that they need to do this. So we're going to use the freebie iMovie, and we're going to do this a couple different ways, see what works for you. Now, the easiest way is, I'm going to assume you already know how to get video clips in. Go to Titles and choose a title. Now, here's the problem with this. This only goes where it says it goes. These are templates that can have very little flexibility. So I'm going to try one. Let's do a plain lower. So let's go to, there's one in here, it says lower. Lower right there. So we're going to grab the lower and we're going to drag it, drop it down on here. And you'll see that it's got a name and description. We can change this one. So this one allows us to change. So I'm going to make the font smaller and I'm going to make it left justified. And then I'm going to add some text. I got some ipsum lorem text, so I'm just going to paste it in. Now you'll see that there's a lot of text. That's a whole paragraph. So the first thing I need to do is make it there. I've got it set to 58, but as you can see, I can't move this. Now maybe I wouldn't put as many lines in here, and I could always do that. I could maybe cut here. But still, it's not the best as far as being able to move it or do anything. You could take off the bold. That might help, but that's about as flexible as it gets. Now, I'm going to do this in Photoshop, but it also means you can do it. There's online editors you can do this in, so don't even, So I'm going to open Photoshop, and I'm going to go to Film and Video. I'm going to choose 1080. I'm going to change the background, and you don't see it. You have to slide down a bit to make it transparent. Create. Then I'm going to grab my text tool, and I'm just going to draw a text box, and I'm going to paste. Now I've got it set at red, so obviously I can make any color text I want, but I'm going to make it, I'll make it black. Okay. I can change it from any one of my fonts that I have. And I think I'm just going to go, I'll go with Walkway Bold. Okay. Just because I want to. And you can see that that looks pretty good. I kept it within, they gave me some title safe lines, so keep them right in there. So I'm going to go File, Export, Quick Ping. And I'll name it Text 1. Do a better job than that so that you know what you're doing. Come over here and I go File. And I can import media. And on my desktop, called it Text 1, I think. There we go. Text 1. Insert. Drag it down to the timeline. Now this is an actual image, but because now here's, you can see like you're going, well, here's a problem. It's over her face. Well, because this, we're going to change this to picture in picture. If we do that, one, we can scale it up to what we want, but we can also move it to wherever we want. And it'll still have the fade in. So let's go from here. And you'll see that it fades in, stays in, zooms up a little bit for you, and that's it. Now, that works real well. If you want to add a block behind there, so we can go back to the Photoshop, and I can grab a rectangle, the rectangle tool, and I'll make a new layer, and I'll just draw a rectangle over the top of this. And this is filled with black. I could fill it with any color, so I'm feeling like red. So I filled it with red. And I can change the opacity up here. Change the opacity and put it behind. Then I can do it again, File, and I'll export Quick Ping, and I'll call this Text 2. And in my case, I already got one there, so replace, come back, same procedure, File, import media, find Text 2 down here, import, drop it on. There you go. And then we change it to picture in picture. which means of course we can do what we want with it and where we want to put it. That makes it pretty easy. And again, it's already set up to dissolve, so you can see that it's there. Now the thing is, you'll notice that that got slightly bigger. That's because it has the Ken Burns effect on it. We want to take that off. Go into, double click here, choose your crop tool. See where it says Ken Burns? Crop to fill. Now when we play it, the size stays the same. Now if you want to add that zoom, you can go back and do it, but that's it. So that's how you make a readable video.